how to create all kinds of wave designs using linked layers in Affinity Photo. Go to the tools, select the rectangular marquee tool and create a quick selection from top to bottom. You need a layer. Always need a layer in Affinity Photo, so layer and new layer. Then go to the gradient tool and I'm just going to add a quick gradient like that, and it can be anything. It could be elliptical, radial, etc. And you can see, move that around. However, once you've done that, select and deselect. What I'm going to do, I'm going to layer and down to duplicate linked. Now I've got a shortcut, I can do that quickly via shortcut, but I'm just going to quickly run through and create it across the document. With linked layers, all you need to do is select one of the layers. Just select any of them. Then you can go up to select and then go to selection from layer. Then you can just change your gradient as well. So if you decide, you know what, I don't want that gradient, I can just change it. Just go in there. And also I can recolour it. Obviously grey, it's a bit of a, so I'm just going to, that's the default unfortunately. I wish they would actually add a feature where it just would remember the last used gradient. So something super colourful like that maybe. And again, go for radial. Now again, once you've finished doing all that sort of thing, you can go select and deselect. Now to create a wave effect, all you need to do is go to filters and distort and deform. And quickly add some handles just down all the way down the line. You can add 5, 10, 15 of them. And now they're all linked, all these layers. So all of the layers will change in the same way. So just drag, and as you drag, you'll see what happens. You end up with this nice rippling effect or wave effect. And you can drag there. And you can drag that direction or drag that direction. So you can create all kinds of different waves. Again, drag that way or that way, up to you. Drag that one and so on. So as you do that, you'll see all of them will distort in exactly the same way. And you can create all kinds of different designs. And you don't have to create wave designs, of course. You can create far more unusual designs than that. And also you've got similarity as well. So you can just use that, maybe go for there, and then just drag and change and click apply. And you can see you've got a nice, well, unusual wave design very quickly. What you can also do, and I'm just going to undo that, you can also use all the other filters as well. So filters, distort, maybe go for 12. There you've got the origin point, so you can see you change that. However, you'll notice what happens, it does cut off there, which is not so effective. And you can just change, obviously, the radius and change the angle. And again, that can be create nice sort of unusual repeated effects across the image there. You can also use filter and go to distort and mirror. And this one creates some very unusual one. This one's just with using, let's just bring that up so you can see it. Number of mirrors. Sometimes it actually completely disappears. So as soon as you do that, you can get to a certain point, but then you can bring it back very quickly and you can create some very unusual sort of triangular zigzag designs like that. Very quick and easy. Number of mirrors. Input, change that. And change the output. And you can see a vast number of different designs can be created. And again, you still can continue. Maybe you decide, you know what, I want to go and do it again. So filter, and again, you've got that one selected, even though it's quite big now, the design, distort and mirror, and you can do exactly the same. So you can just continue to distort it. Again, always puts it in that corner. Always. One feature of Affinity that really does sort of, I think, be nice if they change that. Just so it would be nice if it was just in the middle. And click apply. So you can undo, go back, exactly the same. Now if you change other things, if you go like that, I noticed there's 2 there, that's strange. So you can just resize it. That doesn't affect any of the others. None of the others. And also if you rotate it, those sort of things, or do shear and those sort of things, none of that will change the actual end result for any of the others. But again, any of the filters, anything that modifies the actual, and you've got here, view, studio, and links. You can see there, you've got the options here. Pixel content, blending modes, opacity, and layer effects. All those things can be changed all from a single layer. So if you want to, you can add all kinds of weird and wonderful designs. Again, filters are the most obvious ones, but you can apply maybe a blur, so Gaussian blur, and that will be applied to all of them. Or maybe go for layer effects. So you've got over here layers, and you can go down here to effects. So click there. Now, this actually does go quite slow. For all the new changes and features, it is not so fast, personally. It actually, to me, quite sluggish. So bevel and emboss, you can sort of change it, you can modify it, but it does get a bit less responsive. You go for 3D, maybe go for gradient overlay, and you can see what happens with gradient overlay. This is modified for all of them again, so all of them get some lovely sort of nice column designs. So if you want a column design in Affinity Photo, this is a great way of doing it. You can see the design, and you can still change angles, change that, you can change the color overlay. All those things can be all changed, and you go for linear, elliptical, radial. And again, of course, you can change the gradient. Just a pity also that they don't have more gradients, because you always have to end up creating a new gradient. And just going to increase scale, change the scale there, and you can see a whole range of different designs, all that can be, oops, don't want to move that, can be modified at any point, and they're all linked to create these wonderful designs. Hope you found this of interest. A dislike or like, always appreciated. Thank you much.